think the most important thing for us at London 2012 is that when the athletes from all over the world arrive here, that we give them the best possible facilities in order to produce the amazing performances we want to see from them. I mean, the success of our games will depend on how good the sport is, so it makes sense for us to get things right for the athletes. And I think the most important place for us to get it right is here in the Olympic Village, and indeed the Paralympic Village. I mean, this is the place where an organising committee can most put its imprint, if you like, on athlete services. A track is a track, a swimming pool is a swimming pool, but there's a huge variety of things that you can get right or wrong in an Olympic Village. One of the most important things for us at 2012 is to make sure we test thoroughly. We're testing the venues, we're testing our teams to make sure that they're ready to put on the athletics, to put on the swimming, to put on the synchronised swimming and all the different sports that make up London 2012. It's the same for the Athletes Village. Everything is being tested, it's being retested to make sure that things are working. And then if something does go wrong at games time, there's a whole team ready to make sure it's put right as quickly as possible. I think the standard of this village is amazing. And as we kind of look out here, I mean, it's a beautiful day. I think you just do get a sense of what it would be like with what, nearly 10,000 athletes from over 200 nations, 6,000 officials, national flags draping over the edges of the balconies. It's a compact village in comparison to some of the other villages, so there will be a feeling of togetherness, of camaraderie, of friendship, of kind of competition, but also mutual support. The fact that you're so close to all the main facilities in the Olympic Park again gives it that special atmosphere. And I say, being here on a day like today, you cast your mind forward to a few months' time, and I think this is going to be rocking.
We don't want anything to be in the way of an athlete absolutely performing at their best. So the way we think about it is that we've actually got 3 jobs to do. We've got to make sure that everything runs efficiently and brilliantly. And we've got to make sure that all the services, all the needs of our athletes and all the other residents are met as conveniently as possible. And we want it to be a brilliant experience just by being here. It's a fantastic place. It sits cheek to cheek with the Olympic Park, 7 minutes from London. But actually, at the end of the day, all that really counts for the athletes is that when they get out on the track or they're out to compete, that nothing has got in the way and distracted them from absolutely performing at 100%. The thing that has struck us along the way is the long list of seemingly small but vitally important details that make the difference. So, rightfully they'll expect this place to be fantastic. They'll expect the apartments, from a space point of view, to be just what they need and expect. They'll expect us to kit things out, provide catering, dining, transport, all the rest of those things. Things like blackout blinds, which ensure that people truly get rest and a good night's sleep. Things like beds that are extendable for people who are taller, not shorter. Those things sound obvious, and they sound like relatively small details, crucially important for the athletes.